Hey guys!
Welcome back to our channel.
The story we have for you guys today
is about something that happened to us almost about a year ago at a bar. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into it.
So it's raining right now, and so hopefully you guys can hear us right, or like good.
Don't mind the noise in the background or whatever.
Alright, so just get right to it.
Yeah, so like I said, this was almost about a year ago, and it was supposed to be girls' night, and we just four of us. There's 4 of us, yeah. So we're gonna change the names also because we want to keep our friends private. This was almost a year ago. We decided we were gonna go for dinner, right?
Yeah, so we were kind of like, oh, let's have a girls' night, you know? So yeah, we were gonna go to dinner, and we got to the place where we were gonna eat, and it was like too packed. I don't even think we got off, huh?
Yeah, no, it was way too packed. We're like, we're not gonna wait, and we're all dressed up, we're all cute and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah, so we were going through things, so we just kind of wanted to go out and just kind of get our head out of stuff.
Yeah. So then I think I was the one who mentioned, or was it your idea? I don't know whose idea it was. I think it was kind of mine, that I was like, you know, let's just go to a bar. Let's go to a bar, let's have a few drinks, and let's have a good time. So it was 4 of us, 4 girls at the time. So it was me, we're gonna call one of our friends Melissa, and the other friend Angelica. So we all drove in one car. We drove in Melissa's car. Melissa was driving, and so yeah.
She was supposed to be the DD. Okay, she was supposed to be the DD. Just to get that out there. All right, so we got to the bar, and right away, because we don't really go to bars like that, so we were kind of lost. So right away we go straight to the restroom.
Yeah, like, we looked like fools. It was not even like a multiple stall restroom. It was the one.
Yeah, they only have like one restroom there. So we just went straight to the restroom, and then when we got out, we went to the bar, you know, to like get a drink or something. But
we didn't really know like if we could just sit down or not.
Yeah.
So we asked the bartender, one of the girls, were like, can we sit down in one of the tables? It was probably like 10 or 11ish when we got there.
Yeah.
And it was pretty empty.
10, 11,
so it was pretty empty, and we're like, can we sit? I mean, the tables were empty, and they're like, yeah, you just have to get like a bucket of beer or something. And we're like, yeah, okay. First of all,
we didn't even have cash, first of all. So I don't know why we would go to a bar and not have cash. So we had to, they had an ATM there, so we got money out of the ATM or whatever, and then yeah, so we
got a bucket.
We got a bucket, and we sat down at the table right there.
It was like a booth table.
You know, we're drinking, you know, having a good time, just kind of just us, you know, just doing us.
Yeah, and then
then I noticed somebody just kept staring at me from like the bar, and like it's like a type of staring that you just like you just feel it, you know. Yeah. So I was like, and so I told them, I was like, hey, you know, like that guy keeps staring at me or whatever, and it was kind of like weird or whatever. And then at this time, like there's like people coming in.
Yeah, we had a few drinks in already too as well.
Yeah, so people are already coming in or whatever, and then next thing you know, like they send shots to the table.
A round of shots for all of us.
So it was like they sent a round of shots, and then I don't drink shots, so I was like, no, okay. So they were like, take a shot, and I was like, no, like I can't drink shots. And then,
but we didn't want to be rude and not take it. I mean, so then all 4 of us took the shot. We're like, you know, fuck it, let's just take the shot, keep enjoying the night. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, with that.
Yeah.
So we took the shot, you know, we kept drinking more, and then more people started coming in, and they had a grupo at this it was pretty loud, and it was kind of hard to hear each other's, but we were all just talking to each other.
Because when we first got there, they was just like the DJ, It was just like music like that, and then whatever the live music started and everything, and then at that time, like everybody was going, like it was getting packed, and that place it's like kind of small, so it was getting packed. So yeah, so we couldn't really like hear each other and stuff like that, but we were still having a good time.
I mean, it was just 4 of us, 4 girls, you know, keep in mind we're 4 girls, we're by ourselves, we're drinking, and then at that point I'm like, you know what, I kind of want to have like a guy. I have this really good friend from work, my co-worker. We're gonna name him Chris. I'm gonna name him Chris. So I texted him, and he's always down. I'm always drinking with him, and I already knew for a fact he was gonna want to go. And I said, hey, we're at the bar, do you want to come? He said, yeah, send me your location, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Sure enough, he was there in 20 minutes.
All right, so then by the time he got there, they sent another round of shots, and I was like, oh hell no. I was like, I'm not gonna take another shot. Like I just can't do shots. So I was like, I'm not gonna take another shot or whatever. So I had gotten cranberry juice. I was just drinking like just pure cranberry juice, and then they snuck the shot into my drink. Like they were like poquito a poquito me le estaban echando. Like they were like, put a little bit, and I wouldn't notice it because it was a little bit, and then I would drink my cranberry, and then they would put more, And then se fue el shot ahí.
What she says, I don't really remember. I'm gonna be honest. You know, we're drinking, we're having a good time. We were already in like a few shots in, a couple beers, because it was like a big bucket.
It was like the cubetas, because they're like bigger. They're not like the little ones. It's like a big cubeta. And it was 4 of us.
I'm gonna insert a little clip here right now. Yeah. We're gonna insert a clip about, you know, kind of like what we had and stuff. And yeah, so we're already kind of buzzing and stuff. And
there's this table, the table that's next to the booth. So that table gets the banda right there, or whatever, the grupo. And I saw la tuba. I saw la tuba like right next to us, and we couldn't even talk.
In our ears.
Like, you guys know, like when the tuba's like by you, like you can't even talk because that shit's like hella loud.
Yeah, so then there's you know, it started getting packed. There's a lot of people. We had a few drinks in. There's this table next to us. They had the grupo next to them. So then, you know, one of my friends, we called her Angelica. Angelica wanted to use, well, I think both of us wanted to use the restroom, me and Angelica. So we're already kind of tipsy, not kind of, pretty tipsy. And we go to the restroom. And at this point, you know, I go first. You know, we're both, it's a one stall, so we both go together. You know, girls always go to the bathroom together. So both of us go, and I go first, you know, then I let her go. And I'm pretty tipsy, and I'm like laughing my ass off, and I'm just like in the bathroom waiting for her. And she's pretty tipsy, and I don't know how, but somehow she drops her phone inside the toilet before flushing it, and she just like grabs it out quick. And I'm like cracking my ass up, and she's like, oh my god, my phone. And I'm like cracking up, and we're like, whatever, we dry it, whatever. And it was still working. I don't think it was working. It turned off.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't. By the time they got back to the table, like, it wasn't working anymore. I remember. Yeah,
so
it wasn't working.
So then that happened. My phone was completely dead. My phone died. I didn't have anybody to call, and
I still have my phone.
Yeah. So we go back to the table. We sit back down.
All right. So they come back. This random guy that I've never seen in my life, that like just randomest guy ever, comes and sits next to me, like if he knew me
in our booth.
No, and let me tell you guys, this guy didn't even say nothing. Like, he just sat there. Like, he just literally came and sat down, and I was just like, I looked at him like, what the hell? I was like, who are you? Like, you know, and even they were just like, who's that? Like, they looked at me like,
I thought she knew him.
Yeah, because like he came up like if I knew him, or if like he was with us the whole time. And I just looked at him, and I was just like, what the heck are you doing? Like, in my head I was like, who the heck is this guy? You know, he was obviously like drunk or something. And then and then he wouldn't move. Like, I was kind of like you know, like leave. And like he was just sitting there like all like weird. And then so we told Chris, we're like, dude, Chris, tell him to like leave. So Chris told them. Chris was like, hey bro, like, you're not, you know, like, you're making them feel uncomfortable. Like, can you get out of it, like get up and like move. And then so the guy did move, right? All right, so then that was like, that happened.
So then this is when it starts to get serious. This is where the real tea is.
All right, yeah. So the table that was next to us that had the banda or whatever, they were like,
it was a bunch of guys. It was a big group.
Yeah, it was like guys and girls, actually.
It was a bunch of guys and a bunch of girls.
Yeah, and we didn't know them at all. Like, I had never seen them or whatever.
I remember this one specific guy, he was just like flaunting like packs of money. He was like flaunting.
Yeah, and we were just like, okay. We were just like, what's whatever. Your point? You know, like, okay. So whatever. And then next thing you know, you guys, this guy starts fucking throwing money at us. And I was like, what the?
Like, throwing money in the air. Like,
yeah. And I was just like, what the heck is this guy doing?
Just like,
he was throwing it in the air, but at our table.
At our table.
Like, I was just like, I mean, obviously, you know, you want to throw your money, okay, it's fine, whatever. But don't throw it, like, at our table. Like, what are you doing? And, like, we weren't even, like, we were just, like, minding our own business. And then I was just like, what the hell are you doing? And I got hella mad. Like, I felt disrespected because I was like...
I remember that. She's like, oh, no. She's like, oh, no, he did not just do that. He did not do that. I remember her saying that. Because he was
already on my nerves because of how he was being, like, all trying to, like, show off his money or whatever.
Yeah.
And then... So, yeah, and then when he started throwing his money, I was like, oh, heck no. I was like, he did not just fucking do that. I got hella mad. I grabbed, like, the money that was at reach. Like, anything I could reach, I grabbed it and I hella threw it at him. I was like, don't fucking throw money at us. And then, but it was so loud, like, the ambiente was so loud that he was just like, you know, like, but
confused.
he seemed,
I think
he was confused, but in, like, he seen that I was hella mad. Like, my face expression, I was hella mad. I was like, don't throw money at us. I was like, what the, like, what are you doing? Like,
And then didn't he tell you like, oh no disrespect.
No, yeah.
Disrespect.
No, yeah. And then he still had the nerve. He's like, oh no disrespect. It was only $50. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if it was fucking $20. Like, I don't care if it was $200. Like, don't throw money at us. Like, what are you doing? And then he said it was only $50, as in like, oh, like, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't care. And I was like, all right, well, if you want to throw your $50, like, throw them somewhere else. Like, don't throw them over here where we're at. Mm-hmm. And then
so that was that. And then so then by that point, like, Tati was like not in the mood no more.
Yeah, like that, like I was just hella mad because I was just like, that's like hella rude. Like, to me, like that was so disrespectful of that guy. Like, we didn't even know him. Like, we didn't even talk to him throughout the night at all. Like, for him to like feel comfortable, like and I was like, whatever. So at that time, me too, like, I was buzzing, so I didn't want to be there no more. Mm-hmm. So I was like, hey, you know, I told Melissa, I was like, hey, Melissa, like, let's go, like, you know, like. And I told her, I was like, let's go, Vanessa.
She wanted all of us to leave.
Yeah, I told all of them. I was like, you guys, like, let's leave already. Like, it's late. Like, you guys are all, like, we're all buzzing. Like, let's just leave.
But me
Vanessa's
and Angelica...
let me tell you guys, she gets hella stubborn when she drinks. Like, stubborn. And then her and Angelica, they didn't want to leave.
I was having a good time. We were having a good time. Me and Angelica didn't want to leave. And we had, Angelica was dancing with my friend
Oh, and
Chris.
then I just got another bucket.
Yeah, and we had just got a second bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Interrupting our video.
Sorry.
So we didn't want to leave. Me and Angelica didn't want to leave, and Angelica was dancing with my friend Chris, and we had just got a second bucket. So I was like, obviously we're gonna finish whatever beer is left in there, you know. So then, you know, Tati and Melissa decide to leave.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, like, let's go. I was like, if you guys don't want to go, like, I knew Chris was gonna drive them home. Because obviously, like, if I knew they didn't have a ride home, like, I would have never left them, you know?
Yeah. So then, by this point, it's very, very hard to remember. I just remember there was more people that got there that I knew, that I had kind of known. And, you know, I started dancing, and my friend Chris was dancing with my friend Angelica. My phone was dead. My friend Angelica's phone didn't work. I think Chris's phone was dead, too. We had no car charger. It's like, I think it was like 2 in the morning, and then they started kicking us out.
Out because they were closing.
Yeah, because they were closing. Yeah, they weren't kicking us out.
Yeah, they were like kicking them out. But
it's 2 o'clock. They were closing, so they were, you know, telling everybody to leave already. So, you know, we start leaving, and then I'm like, oh shit, I left my house keys, my car keys, everything.
In Angelica's car.
No, in Melissa's car.
Oh yeah, Melissa's car.
But Melissa and Tati had left already.
Yeah, like by that time, I was already home, sleeping, knocked out. I was like, you know, because I you know, so, and Melissa was too. Like, Melissa was home and she was sleeping too.
Yeah.
And then they had no way of contacting me or Melissa, you know?
I didn't know her number. I didn't know Melissa's number. I think by this time it was like 3.
Yeah,
it was like 3 in the morning. I can't just go at 3 in the morning and knock on the door and wake everybody up in my house, you know? So I'm like freaking out, you know? And I had already said that I was gonna stay at her house. She told me, she was like, if you're gonna stay at my house, call me. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But I completely forgot my phone was dead. We live. Me, Angelica, and Chris leave. Chris is driving. Angelica's in the front seat. I'm in the back seat. And I remember that Angelica all of a sudden is like, dude, I need to throw up. And then Chris is like, no. And she's like, yeah, pull over. I need to throw up. And I remember Chris pulling over like in the middle of the street, and he just pulls over, and I just remember seeing my friend like lean over to the side and like throw up. And then I think she went to the bathroom too. She had to go pee, and she just like popped the squat in the middle of the street. I know we sound so bad, you know, but I think everybody once has like that horrible time that you're never gonna repeat ever again in your life. But so Angelica, you know, pops the squat in the middle of the street. She throws up, whatever, and then all of a sudden we're like driving, you know, to go home, and then she remembers, where's my phone? And she's like, oh my god, where's my phone? We're like looking all around. She can't find her phone. She lost her phone. Like, completely lost her phone.
Yeah, we're thinking that she left it on the table and somebody just snatched it or something, because there were so much people there that like we wouldn't really be able to be like, oh, it was this person or it was that person. Like, they could have taken it like that, you know? Like, we wouldn't even notice it.
We even called the bar. We were like, hey, did you guys find a phone? They're like, no. You know, we think either she dropped it or someone sold it. You know, we don't know. So then whatever, you know, we drop off Angelica at her house, and then I remember, oh shit, I don't have my keys. I left them inside of Melissa's car. So I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? And I don't have her number. I know where she lives. So then, Chris is like, well, where do I take you? Where do I take you? And I'm like, Chris is panicking. I'm panicking. I'm like, you know what? Go to Tati's house. Take me to Tati's house. Take me to Tati's house. So he's like, where does she live? Where does she live? And I'm like, I'm drunk. And I'm like struggling to give him directions. So finally, I was good enough to give him directions. But I didn't know exactly what house it was. It was dark and I was buzzed.
Yeah, and then where I live, like, all the houses or, like, all the streets, they look the same. Really, like, they all look the same. So it's kind of, like, hard. If you're drunk like that, like, everything's gonna look the same to you.
Yeah. So then I'm like, he's like, what house is it? What house is it? And I'm like, it's that one. It's that one. And he's like, well, what do I do? I'm like, get off, please. I'm like, please. Chris is so, you know what?
He's really nice.
He's really nice. He's like, what do I do? And I'm like, can you please get off and, like, knock for me? And this is 3 in the morning. And I felt so bad. But, I was like, I need to stay somewhere. So he gets off, he knocks, her grandma opens the door, and then he's like, and then I just remember Chris is like, her grandma opened the door, like, get off, and I'm like, okay. So I get off, and I think he took me to the doorstep. He did. He walked me to the doorstep, and I go in, and I just, like, I'm like, oh, I think I told your grandma, like, oh, me voy a quedar a dormir con Tati. She's like, oh, ve al cuarto. Yeah, so I went into a room, she's knocked out. I just, like, dive in the bed.
Yeah, so, all right.
I dive in the bed. No. Wait,
oh, yeah,
I get in the bed, and then I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And I'm like, oh, no. I get up, and I run to the restroom, and I remember just, like, puking in the bathroom, in the toilet. I'm, like, puking, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good, whatever. And I dive back into the bed. Okay. Knockout.
And then, keep in mind, this whole time, I don't feel that she came in. I don't feel none of that at all. So I didn't even hear her go to the bathroom or nothing. So the next morning, I wake up, but you know when you wake up and you don't open your eyes yet? So I wake up and I feel somebody, like, hella on me, like, cuddling with me.
I was not cuddling.
No, dude, estaba bien, like, I don't know, como bien a gusto ella, like, como si.
Dude, her bed is so comfortable. It's so, like, literally, you'll just lay down and you'll knock out. Her bed is so freaking comfortable.
So yeah, so I woke up, but I hadn't opened my eyes yet, and I felt her, like, I just felt something, and I was like,
you turned around.
I was like, who the fuck is on me? Like, before I had opened my eyes, in my head I was like, who the fuck is on me right now? Like, I'm at my house. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, did my mom come sleep with me? Or like, I really thought it was like my mom, or like, I was like, why is she sleeping with me? Y que voy volteando, y ahí estaba Nessa. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? I woke up and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, get the fuck away from me. I was like, hazte para allá. Que I was like, dude, she was like, hella on me.
I think, and we both woke up and we're like, crudas as fuck.
And I was just like, and then, we have a video.
Oh yeah, what's her video?
Bitch left me and I ended up in her house somehow. I don't know how.
I woke up and I was like, who the fuck is next to me? I was like, who the fuck is sleeping next to me? So we get up and then we go to Starbucks first.
Yeah.
We're like, we need a Starbucks. I was like, we need a Starbucks right now. So we go to Starbucks and then we go to Melissa's house just to like pick up her keys or whatever, and then yeah. And then I remember that day I had to go to my grandpa's house in Fresno, and oh my gosh, I was like, no, like, I do not want to do this right now. Like, I do not want to socialize with anybody. Like, and my mom was like, no, vas a ir. Like, I don't care. Like, you're going. And I was like, fuck. Yeah. So yeah, so I voy. But
I think that's pretty much what happened. It was a crazy girls' night.
To us, it's crazy because like we don't go out like that. Like So it was kind of like all that happened, but yeah,
all in one night. Like, lost a phone, freaking keys locked out,
threw money everywhere. Weird guy sat next to me like if he knew me.
Yeah. So anyways, so I think that's the end of our video. Thank you guys for watching so much. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and don't forget to turn on the little post notifications so you guys are notified every time we upload a new video.
Also, let us know if you guys want to see more videos like this, or like what you guys want to see. Like, we like listening to you guys' feedback, like anything you guys like say or tell us, like we really take it in consideration and stuff like that. So yeah, just let us know. Thank you for watching.